On average, before we had 300 to 400 tardy check-ins per day. Like we're probably even getting a higher percentage of that now because we're down to like 150 to 200 a day. So we're getting there. And that's because of Minga and because of the policies that we put in place. We really pride ourselves on that and pride ourselves on having students in the instructional environment in the classroom with the teacher as much as possible. But overall, you're going to see clear hallways. You're going to see teachers who appreciate it because they can actually close the door knowing that most, if not all, of their kids are actually where they're supposed to be on time. So from the student perspective, they understand they need to be at class on time. They're going to scan a Minga station if they don't, and they're going to be held accountable. And that's really the process you have to put in place for your teachers is when that bell rings, you have to close the door. Like, I know we want to all be a little patient with our kids who might be running down the hallway and we see them. So the biggest reason we even looked to Minga was because of attendance. We had a program that was called Hero. Hero was a check-in thing, but it gave you a physical thing and you took that and you went to class. But it wasn't as user-friendly as Minga and it wasn't digital. And so we didn't have a lot of good data from it. And so that's the main driver. The biggest challenge was the teachers and getting them on board. I think y'all will agree with that. Anytime you try a new initiative, you always want to try to get the teachers buy-in. But honestly, the process in putting it in was super easy. It was just getting the teachers on board and making sure they shut their door and lock it. Like, that's the biggest challenge. We still have teachers every single day who they see a kid running down and they're gonna try to work with them, and we know they have a heart for that. We used to have a line out the door. And that was a house principal there. Like, before we started with Minga, we had paper passes. There was a line out the door at the attendance center for 30 minutes. Keep in mind, that's 4 ladies that are 30 minutes, they're tied up, and then also kids missing instructional time for 30 minutes. I hope you heard the tardy bell. So the tardy bell, you got 1 minute to class. Kids hear that and they run, like they run. And that's had a massive impact on our campus. So it's all because of Minga with those automated reports, saving us time, saving our admin assistants time. We said is if a kid is tardy, obviously they're gonna go to the tardy kiosk, they're gonna get a tardy pass, it's gonna show up on my class, you can then let them in. They don't have to touch it. They don't have to go back to their computer. They don't have to enter it in and change it in our SIS. We have attendance clerks that do that. So we have 4 attendance clerks on campus, and what they do after 15 minutes of class time is they download the Minga report of all the tardies. And then they go back and they change all the attendance to tardy. So for any consequence that we have regarding detentions, they have 1 week to serve it because we want to teach our kids to plan their time out, to look at their schedule and figure out based on their schedule when they can actually serve it. And so that has helped us quite a bit with our consequences because now they do not have an excuse. Minga notifies them. So we're pushing everything there, right? You have reached your 7th tardy. You now have a 1 hour detention and you have 1 week to serve it. So it's all Minga. And then once they don't serve their Minga consequence, because when they go to detention, and they check in, because we have a Minga check-in to detention, serves it. We've actually turned on text messaging as well. We wear them out with tardies. We wear them out. We wear them out with consequences. We also wear them out with the positive stuff too. So it goes both ways. But yes, turn on the notifications. We have 2 stations set up at the back doors where they scan. They get a Minga late bus pass. It does not assign them a consequence because it's not their fault that the STEAM shuttles are late, but it keeps that line. Minga allows us now with Bell Schedule to pull up a kid. We can type in their ID, we can scan their ID, we can do whatever. We pull them up and it says right there where they're supposed to be at that time. So Bell Schedule is a very quick way. We can type their ID in, and usually what I do personally is I go to their digital ID, because on their digital ID, you can see their stickers that they have. And we have privilege periods with stickers, classroom number, teacher name, and it's been a game changer for us to be able to manage the hallways because we know we always have those kids who you always see. Like you turn the corner and they're there every day. On average, before we had 300 to 400 tardy check-ins per day. Like we're probably even getting a higher percentage of that now because we're down to like 150 to 200 a day. So we're getting there. And that's because of Minga and because of the policies that we put in place. We really pride ourselves on that and pride ourselves on having students in the instructional environment in the classroom with the teacher as much as possible. But overall, you're going to see clear hallways. You're going to see teachers who appreciate it because they can actually close the door knowing that most, if not all, of their kids are actually where they're supposed to be on time. So from the student perspective, they understand they need to be at class on time. They're going to scan a Minga station if they don't, and they're going to be held accountable if they get to that 7 or more. And so that's really helped with us. the partnership we now have with the parent because of this easy communication has been game changing, especially for our fringe, difficult students who always like to push those boundaries. Because a lot of times we do things and then they go home and they, well, that didn't happen. But now they're getting that automatic thing. We have seen an overwhelming time gain for our administrative staff, specifically our attendance clerks when it comes to Minga. The first thing is we don't have 100 kids every first period going to the attendance office and asking for a pass. Like that's the biggest, most overwhelming thing. We want to stay with our processes at all times, but it saves so much time. So this allows a lot of our administrative staff to save time. We have less people doing it now than we ever have, and it's just great data for us. So that's how we roll that. Saves them a lot of time, and now they can focus on the doctor's notes and calling parents and checking on kids and not having to worry about the tardy piece.